Madelaine Petsch's journey from actress to executive producer on The Strangers Chapter 2 is a fascinating story of creative involvement that goes beyond the usual Hollywood credit. Director Renny Harlin took on the ambitious task of filming an entire trilogy of The Strangers movies simultaneously. Initially, there was talk that Lionsgate might release all 3 films within 2024, but that plan was clearly shelved. The first installment, The Strangers, after wrapping principal photography on the trilogy in a swift 52 days, Harlin and his team returned for additional shoots, 8 days for Chapter 2 and 15 days for Chapter 3. This extra filming allowed them to refine the story and enhance the sequels. During this process, Madelaine Petsch, known for her role in Riverdale, earned an executive producer credit by immersing herself deeply in the creative process, far beyond her acting duties. Petsch shared her experience with The Hollywood Reporter, explaining, "I didn't start with the executive producer credit. I was initially brought on just as an actor, and I was excited to say yes. Once on set, I approached the team and said, I have some ideas about the script. Would you be open to hearing them? That led to me and producer Courtney Solomon working together every day after filming, editing the script, reviewing shot lists with Renny Harlin, and becoming deeply involved in shaping the story from a producer's perspective. So the EP credit wasn't just a title given for show. Often, these credits are handed out as vanity gestures or to compensate actors when budgets are tight, but in my case, it was because I genuinely contributed to the work. Joining Petsch in the cast are Froy Gutierrez, Cruel Summer, Rachel Shenton, All Creatures Great and Small, Gabriel Basso, Hillbilly Elegy, and Ema Horvath, known for The Lord of the Rings of Power. The plot of The Strangers Chapter 1 revolves around Petsch's character, who embarks on a cross-country drive with her longtime boyfriend, played by Gutierrez, to start fresh in the Pacific Northwest. Their journey takes a terrifying turn when their car breaks down in the small town of Venus, Oregon. Forced to spend the night in a remote Airbnb, they become the targets of 3 masked assailants, who terrorize them from dusk until dawn. Lionsgate intends to expand this chilling narrative in unexpected ways through the sequels, and now audiences are gearing up for the next chapter. The entire Strangers trilogy was filmed in Slovakia, with Courtney Solomon producing alongside Mark Canton, Christopher Milburn, Gary Raskin, Charlie Dombeck, and Alastair Burlingham. Executive producers include Andre Bonsa, Dorothy Canton, and Roy Lee, while Rafaela Biscayne, Frame Film SK, Johanna Harlan, Juan Garcia Paredo, and Alberto Bergueno serve as co-producers. Director Harlin has described The Strangers Chapter 1 as close to the original movie in its setup, a young couple isolated in a home, facing a random home invasion. However, the sequels, Chapters 2 and 3, delve deeper, exploring what happens to the victims of such violence and who the perpetrators are. Where do they come from, and why? Harlin has also mentioned that audience feedback influenced the changes and improvements made during the additional photography sessions for the sequels. But here's where it gets controversial. Despite the extra filming and Petsch's hands-on role as executive producer, not everyone is convinced the sequel hits the mark. Joe Blow's Tyler Nichols gave The Strangers Chapter 2 a lukewarm 4 to 10 rating, which you can read here, https:/www.joeblow.com/The Strangers Chapter 2 review. This raises an interesting question. Does additional filming and creative input from actors like Petsch truly enhance a sequel, or can it sometimes complicate the storytelling? Are you excited to see The Strangers Chapter 2 with its new layers and Petsch's executive producer influence? Or do you think the delay and extra shoots might not be enough to improve the franchise? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Agree or disagree? Drop a comment below and join the conversation.